work, home, sleep, work, home, sleep, work, home, sleep.
Wake up. It's too late.
I feel like I live in a Groundhog Day. Maybe you do as well. And to prevent life from burning out as quickly as this matchstick, let's dive into why many feel that life passes by too swiftly. And of course we'll think about how we can make life slow down a bit and try to break out of this fast-forward mode. Because in our case, the date on the calendar does change, and we are losing precious time. I'm 100% sure that everyone has noticed how the same span of time can feel different in various situations. Let's look at a 5-minute period in 2 scenarios, and you'll definitely get what I mean.
I must have been working out for like 15 minutes already, even though I planned just 5. What the fuck? Only 2 minutes and 48 freaking seconds? Work at 7 AM tomorrow, but another 5 minutes of gaming won't hurt. What the hell? Are you fucking kidding me? No way. This can't be true, I'm just dreaming, it's just a dream, just a fucking nightmare.
If you are not a gamer, just plug in any activity that brings you joy, and then the concept becomes clear. We truly perceive time differently. And if you are over 20, I've got some bad news for you. For me as well. Your life starts to speed up, and every year is gonna fly by even faster. And just like a snap of the fingers, you are old, hard of hearing, bad at seeing, and your grandkids are listening to some shitty music that gives you a headache. But why? Why do kids experience life at a lower pace? Not feeling like years turn into months and weeks into minutes. What changes as we grow up? It's quite simple. When you were little, every day you learned something new, gained new experiences, met new people, felt different emotions. You pet a dog, got stung by a bee for the first time, played games, learned to read and write, fell in love for the first time, made a friend, met an enemy, had your first fight, had your first kids, made love for the first time, drove a car for the first time, and thousands of other first-time experiences. Think about how much emotion you felt and how deeply these moments engrave themselves into your memory. They simply can't fit in a short span of time. That's why kids or teenagers don't feel like rushing by. So much is happening, there is so much to learn, and the brain is constantly seeking solutions to different situations and problems. And now just look at the life of an average adult. They are basically a robot, functioning on autopilot. Woke up, washed up, ate, went to work, came back, ate again, and went to the bed. The same actions every day, the same people, the same emotions, or rather a complete lack of them. They live this day 1,000 times, and their brain just drifting on autopilot. Nothing new happens. Today is a copy of tomorrow, and tomorrow is a copy of the day after. If you don't break this cycle, the next vivid emotion you feel might be the last one. The horror and realizing that is the final day, the last moment in this world. And up until that point, that day was no different from the tens of thousands that came before. The only distinction is that it'll be the date etched onto your gravestone. But you can live your life differently. To do so, follow the 5 tips I'll share next. By learning something new, you prevent yourself from slipping into autopilot. The brain works, memorizes information, and looks for ways to solve problems. It's all like children. And as we mentioned, children live in the moment, and their life doesn't fly by at the speed of leopards. Don't set obstacles for yourself, explore what you love. It could be courses, training, a musical instrument, new languages, an entirely new profession for you, anything. You'll gain a host of advantages over others. You'll significantly broaden your horizons, impress acquaintance with new skills, And if the topic of your studies is close to your job, you'll quickly start climbing the career ladder. Or even better, your new hobby might become a main source of income, and you can quit your despised job and tell your jerk-off boss to screw off. Just imagine this moment. It's worth studying different areas and learning new things just for that. And of course, by studying new things, you'll feel alive and won't be half zombie drifting in the fog, seeing nothing but dreary days. I love the movie called Fight Club, and most people's life can be described this quote.
For 6 months, I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep. With insomnia, nothing's real. Everything's far away. Everything's a copy of a copy of a copy.
You have no idea how fucking awesome is this tip. When you start doing what you fear, you open doors to incredible heights. It will slow down your life so much you'll be blown away. Sure, at first it's gonna be hard as hell, but within a month you'll get a kick out of it. Don't do things halfway. Do the stuff that makes your blood freeze, that ties a knot in your stomach, makes you wanna shit, the kind where your heart pounds so hard you feel like you're getting hammered in the temples. Scared of approaching a girl? Challenge yourself to approach it 20 girls and just for today. Got a dickhead at work you are scared to confront? Next time bump into him. If he starts yelling, tell him to fuck off.
No! Fuck off!
Afraid to perform in public? Grab a Bluetooth speaker and go to the main square of your city. Bless your favorite song and sing your heart out. Burn with embarrassment, but keep on singing. Do this with everything. If you can last a month, you'll become a fucking legend. I'm dead serious. This is not an exaggeration. And you won't need super speed or lasers out of your eyes or whatever shit. You just need to be immune to all that bullshit opinion. And talking about perception of time, this month will feel like fucking eternity to you. Just try it once. Not just watching some shit on YouTube and forgetting about it. Do it and you won't recognize yourself in a month. Can you distinguish this picture from that one? It's quite easy, right? They are completely different. How about these two? It's a bit harder, but you can still spot the difference. Now, what about these two? You can't tell them apart at all. They are identical. This is a simple analogy that emphasizes the importance of adding variety to our lives. If you spend your entire life working in one place, with the same people, living in one city, visiting the same spots, your life will fly by like a bullet, and you'll end up in the cemetery you've passed by hundreds of times. You must purposefully seek out new people to interact with, change your surroundings, vacation in different cities or countries, alternate between active and passive relaxation, change jobs and relocate. There are countless examples. For instance, you are a big dude with big muscles, and you think that dancing, for example, is not manly enough for you. Just go and give it a try. First, you'll find out it's physically challenging, and secondly, you'll shatter a silly stereotype in your mind, giving you more freedom. Give it a shot. It's worth it. When was the last time you were 100% into something? Not getting distracted by notifications, not scrolling through your social media feed, not darting off for a snack, not thinking about what you are doing tomorrow or how you screwed up at work last week. This is a massive problem of today. We've lost the ability to focus on the present. Our inner voice constantly pulls us away either to the past or to the future. During internal dialogues, we ponder how we should have responded in an argument that happened yesterday. Then we drift off to the future, imagining enjoying life when we finally get the promotion. But I've got some shitty news for you. If you keep going like this, you are never truly going to enjoy anything. You'll keep bouncing between the past and future, doing so until your last breath. If you don't learn to be in the now, you'll never genuinely live. Let's do an experiment. Hit pause, simply close your eyes and try to not think about anything. No thoughts about why am I doing this, or this is bullshit, or I want a burger. I bet $100 that you can't last even 30 seconds if you haven't practiced this before. If the thought easy money crossed your mind, you've already lost. In reality, this is an excellent practice. just being silent and thought-free. But many find it challenging to hold back the swarm of thoughts in their head. This is a kind of meditation, and it helps keep your consciousness in the present moment, making you realize that life is here and now. The past and future don't exist. The past vanishes without a trace, and the future becomes the present. All you truly have is the moment happening right now. Embrace it, because that's all there really is. Your ancestor could chase down a deer. They could pursue an animal for days, or conversely be in a dire ambush situation to catch, say, a mammoth to feed their tribe. Now a question for you. Can you run for days? Okay, how about a few hours? Doubtfully. It's believed that humanity has advanced to an incredible level compared to our ancient forebears. And when we talk about technology, that's indeed the case. But why have we regressed concerning our body's physical capability? Have you ever wondered why modern people have so many mental health issues? Constant depression, suffering, apathy, and the like. I have my perspective on this matter. I believe it's because we don't use our body enough. Don't expose them to extreme temperatures or dangerous situations, or do what our ancestors did for hundreds of thousands of years. And what's happening right now? The average person spends up to 20 hours a day either sitting or lying down. Most are on the brink of physical atrophy. Many are overweight. And some even label this mess as a body positive. What's body positive? A kind nod to slow self-destruction. Then I don't understand where the word positive fits in. What's so positive about it? Sorry, I digressed a bit. The main point is that you need to use your body. Move a lot, sometimes dive into ice water, walk in the heat, lift a damn heavy barbell, head to the nearest gym and spar in boxing or wrestling. On this channel I talk about how to maintain physical and mental health, and this video is crucial for this. Nevertheless, you can check out other videos on my channel, like how to learn pull-ups from scratch or how to fix bad posture. I'm sure you'll find a lot of valuable information there. And as always, see you at the top.